Hello everyone, my name is Susan Morales, and my YouTube channel focuses on learning how to follow Jesus in an everyday kind of way. So if you are wanting to grow with me and learn how we follow Jesus in this area of life or the other, then please subscribe and follow my YouTube videos. So today I want to talk about how God answers prayers in ways that are like you can't even say that you actually used words. I asked him for it, but God heard your heart and he answered it that way. And I want to do this because maybe you're someone that is not a Christian or doesn't have a Christian in your life, and maybe you are not aware that Christians have these experiences all the time. It's very common. And so I want to share this one unspoken prayer that I believe God answered. So, to make this very brief and to the point, I had been struggling with frozen shoulder and I was unable to get it treated completely in physical therapy and with my specialist too, because I had so many health issues. And so it isn't until now that I was able to drive myself to these appointments, and life is easier, thank God, because he has healed me. It's taken time, but God has healed me to the point that I can do the things that I need to. So I started going back to physical therapy for my arm. I was having a lot of pain yesterday, and I was under the impression that I was going to be seen by the same physical therapist. I thought that's what we agreed on the phone, and with the assistant. But I showed up, and I wasn't on the schedule at all, and I was just hoping that someone would see me, right? Everything just happened really quick. So the lady said, "Oh wait, but there's the supervisor who might be able to squeeze you in. Let me go talk to him." And so, lo and behold, he came and he was able to give me the treatment that I needed, and I could just tell he's very experienced, because he was able to identify where my pain areas were at, and so this is why I'm telling you this, because when I had gone to physical therapy in the past, I was only able to be seen by one of the people that are reaching their hours in order to graduate and to become these doctors. But in my heart, I've longed for someone like the person that saw me yesterday, that has the experience, and that would be really helpful to me. And I don't believe that I actually asked God for that, because I can be really practical sometimes, and sometimes I forget to pray about things like that, and my mind just goes to, well, if I call the lady and she says that they don't have any openings, and the best I can do is just ask to be on the waiting list. So anyway, yesterday I was having a lot of pain. I was seen by this person, and it's funny because at the end, when I was actually making sure that I was going to be on a schedule, the lady told me it's a miracle, because this guy, this doctor, hardly ever gets cancellations. So I just saw God's faithfulness, even as that lady said it was a miracle, because that doctor hardly ever has cancellations. And so I was able to be helped on that day that I really needed help. I just feel like God was so gracious with me yesterday, and he helped me, even though he knew that I was going to show up and I was not going to have an appointment. I feel like God works behind the scenes, and I think that God somehow like caused things to fall into place like that. Like somehow that person canceled, maybe didn't need it as much, I don't know. Or maybe he knew and like he just, I don't know how or what, but I really do think that someone might see it as a coincidence, but I see it as God is like watching over me and helping me and gracious because he knows that I needed that help that week, this week. And yeah. So if you want, I would love to hear your unspoken prayers that have been answered by God. I hear it all the time by a lot of Christians like, "Oh, I really wanted to buy this and then like someone like gave it to me as a gift." Or other people are like, "Oh, like I was having a hard time and like God sent like for example this beautiful little bird that brings a lot of joy to my heart every time I see it." Little things like that. I would love to hear your stories.
Oh,